Okay, so I kind of wanted to just come on here and rant a little bit about Wuthering Waves and about how I've been feeling, because I see this game and I see the trajectory that it's going in, and I really see myself quitting within the next year. And you might be thinking that that's a little extreme, or you might not care at all, and that's fine completely, but I really just want to rant and ramble a little bit, because some of the stuff that has been happening with Wuthering Waves, some of the things that Kuro has been doing with Wuthering Waves, I just don't know, man. I just don't know anymore. And I really wanted to start off by talking about a very hot point of contention in the community still, which is the ecosystem. The ecosystem and the Echo EXP system is genuinely one of the worst video game mechanics and one of the worst systems I've ever seen implemented into a game. In all of my 20 years, whatever, of gaming, bro, I can't stand it. I cannot stand this ecosystem. It is so fundamentally broken to its very core that I don't know how it got past any form of playtesting. Not only are now Kuro introducing new echo sets that are 3-piece echo sets, not only are Kuro introducing echo sets that now don't even have a user, but it's getting to the point where echoes themselves are more of a detriment than they are an actual help. Having to not only farm echoes, but having to level them up is so horrible. There's no good way outside of Tacit Field to be able to farm Echo EXP material. There is no excuse for that. There's no reason that players should not, under any circumstances at all, not be able to farm Echo EXP materials. That makes no sense. So what that's telling me is that Kuro wants you to waste your time, because that's literally what it is. It is a waste of time. Do you want to keep people playing your game? Because if so, I think a really good system that you could implement is just to be able to farm Echo EXP. Or my brother and I have been talking about this, let us convert level 1 echoes into Echo EXP. For every one level 1 echo, it's 1 level. So now, all of those worthless ass echoes that you're getting, all those level 1s, all those defense percents, HP percents, even attack percents that you're not using, you can use all of those baseline echoes to upgrade an echo to 25. 1 per level. 25 echoes, 25 levels. Already right there, that completely and utterly mitigates the need to have to wait to farm Echo EXP, to have to go and farm Tacit Fields for a limited amount of Echo EXP. Why do I have to spend my limited and my precious wave plates, things that I could use for better materials, for character materials, for upgrades, for boss material? Why do I have to then spend that on Echo EXP material when you could just make it like the level up materials, to where I can just go to the overworld, farm echoes, and get Echo EXP material drops? Just like you can with the Fraxidus, just like you can with the Outlaws, just like you can with all the other enemies in the game, where you can get the cores, you can get the masks, the rings, you can get all of these things from overworld exploration. And if they don't want to put it through overworld exploration, that's fine, but make a better system for it. Because right now, Echo EXP and leveling up echoes is horrible. I don't want to do it. I don't want to pull for new characters in this game, because I know in the back of my mind, I'm going to have to try to build echoes for them. I'm going to have to do this over and over and over and over again to try to get double crit, to try to get energy regen, to try to get any good substats that I possibly can, instead of letting me be able to level up that echo. If I don't get the substats I want, I can throw that echo into somebody else, use my other level 1 echoes to get another echo up to level 25. What's the point in allowing your players to farm up to 3,000 echoes into their bag? And a lot of them are worthless. Most of them are worthless, because players probably end up getting rid of thousands upon thousands of echoes throughout their whole playtime of this game. Would it not be better to let players use all of those other defunct echoes, all the echoes that they're not ever going to touch, and put those into something that they will? And on the topic of that, I also wanted to further explore echo substats, because I'm sorry, we need an echo substat reroll. We need something for better echo substats, because you can't seriously tell me that the system that you guys implemented into this game is the better system. You can't seriously tell me that you really enjoy going through, having to go through each individual one, or if you're a crazy person like me and doing all 5 echo stats at a time, why? Why are we not allowed to re-roll our echo stats? Why are we having to farm hundreds upon thousands of echoes just to get shit? Just for that echo to then be worthless and then either be fused into another echo or to just be turned back into materials. What's the point, Kuro? It doesn't make any sense to me. What is the point of doing all of this, of going through all of these lengths, when you could make the quality of life of your game so much easier, so much better? I hate that I'm bringing this up because this shouldn't even be a comparison that is able to be made. When solo leveling Arise has better QOL than your game does, you know you have an issue. Solo leveling Arise, I don't think in all of my time playing that game, I've ever had a single problem with farming anything. It's so easy to farm in that game. It's so simple, and I want to upgrade characters in that game, and I want to get them to their max level and get them to their full potential because it's so easy to, because it's simple to. And guess what? Even if something has stats that are kind of undesirable, there's events where you can reroll stats. There's events where you can just put stats onto things, where you can make your own gear. Something like that being implemented into Wuthering Waves would be a huge quality of life change, and I think it would be for the better. I'm just really tired of having to farm out echoes every single day that I log on to this game, just for a character that I know I'm going to have to spend more echoes and more materials wasting on them to try to get them leveled up and get them to at least even a decent amount of substats, when I could just use the stuff that I already have. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. I'm not a game developer. I can't even fathom the kind of work and the kind of coding and the kind of effort that goes into making games. But from somebody who plays the game, from somebody who has played it from day one, these issues have been prevalent since the launch of the game, and they're not getting any better. The ecosystem is the one thing in this game that has been so incredibly broken, so incredibly shit, that genuinely I'm kind of surprised I pushed through this long. But the reason I did was because the rest of the game was amazing. It was incredible. But the echoes hold this game back so much. I'm not saying to remove echoes entirely. Just make them better, please. Just fix echoes, and I think the quality of life of this game and the lifespan of the game itself will increase exponentially. Now, there's always people that are going to play the game. There's always people that will spend money, whatever. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But the problem is that a lot of people like to ignore issues that people like me say, and like to call people like me out for saying the truth about the game that they like, when, like, what else am I gonna do? What else am I gonna say? I can't sit here and lie and be disingenuous and say that the ecosystem is good when it's not. It is not a good ecosystem. It's not a good form of progression by any means. And I've played quite a lot of gacha games over my time. Even Punishing Gray Raven, even PGR, you guys' other very big and very successful game, has better leveling up and better quality of life. Yeah, it's getting to a point where if they don't fix the ecosystem in this game, that's one of the very many things that I think is going to start detrimenting not only players, but characters in the next several patches. And while we're on the topic of echoes, I also want to bring up how irrelevant the 1.0 echoes are starting to become. I feel like Kuro is really trying to push people to 2.0, to Renacita, as quickly as possible. They're really trying to rush up new players to Renacita so they can have that 2.0 experience, so they can really just go crazy with the game. But the issue in doing that is now you're making all of the content of 1.0 irrelevant. And even though you guys have added Flight to Huanglong, and I really love that and I really appreciate it, it doesn't change the fact that a lot of the Gen 1 echo sets are fucking worthless now. And for some reason, Kuro is making individual echo sets for individual people instead of making echo sets that can be used by a whole team of people, like how the old Fusion set used to be, or how the old Glacio set used to be, or even the 2.0 sets. But as we started getting further into 2.0, we have sets like Flaming Clawprint, which is basically just a Lupa exclusive set. We have this new set, Crown of Valor, which is an exclusive set for both Augusta and Yuno. And why? What is the point of these exclusive Echo sets? Because now, with this exclusivity, you're going to start blocking people out. You're going to start at essentially pricing people out, because all of these echoes that we're farming now are going to be useless if we can't do something with them, if we can't turn them into something else. All of these echoes, as soon as we start getting to 3.0, we're going to get even more echoes, and then these ones are now going to start being useless. So do you see how this cycle keeps repeating itself and keeps getting worse the more and more that it goes on? I'm not trying to be super harsh to the game. I'm not trying to insult the game's legacy or anything like that. I'm trying to help this game to thrive and to survive. But how it's going right now with this ecosystem, it just can't. The ecosystem is probably the biggest thing that is holding back Wuthering Waves from being a truly incredible and truly excellent game. I really, really hope that Kuro can fix the echoes by 3.0. I really hope that they introduce some kind of system, whether it's echo EXP farming, substat rerolling, something to help players with echoes. And I really hope that they don't start making new echo sets that we've gotten in only like 5 or 6 patches back start being irrelevant, because that's really what the future of the game is seeming like. But anyways, I've ranted and rambled. I'm Lux. It's been nice. See you later.